Welcome back to RealTalkTwinCities.com. I'm Eric Purius with Bell Mortgage along with Cheryl Kempenet, Coldwell Banker Burnet. We're here every Saturday at 4 o'clock on AM 1280 The Patriot. All things real estate, your local experts offering advice, buying, selling, refinancing. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, Eric.
All right, so this segment, we've got myth versus reality, market watch with Donna, rate watch with me, and then some of your sell high, sell fast secrets, right, Cheryl?
That's right. You don't want to miss that.
That's right. Okay. So coming up here, we'll have some info for you on Rate Watch and what's going on. Oh no, there he is.
It's Eric, the loan guy.
The loan guy, the Lone Ranger. Get it? Okay. All right. I have a day job. Everybody knows. Thank God. Well, okay. Everybody knows rates are low. You've heard a lot about that. It's true. The last couple of days we got a little bit of improvement again. They're sort of bouncing along the bottom. It's important to keep an eye on things right now because they do fluctuate. Say an eighth or so on a given day. Right now, as a national average, again, this isn't a rate, it's just an amalgamation of data. We're at 3.6 nationwide.
That's still pretty good.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And that's down 0.02 from last week.
Great
and that's
news.
on a 30-year fixed. FHA is still at 3.25, quite low. And of course, the new lower MI, right?
Love that.
We all know about that. Okay, 15-year fixed 2.98, and again that is down 0.02. So mortgage rates fell again the last couple of days, and I think with the Fed announcement, markets aren't expecting much of a change. So I think they're pretty steady. But whether you should lock or not, or do you think they'll go lower? We're about a quarter off of the all-time lows. So I think if you find something you like, you should probably take it.
Yes.
Because the chances of it getting better are less than the chances of it getting worse. So they say that rates fall like a feather and rise like a rocket. So actually they don't say that. I just made it up.
It sounds good.
It was really
One of
good,
your
though.
better analogies.
Yeah.
Struggling for an analogy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so if you find something you like, take it, I would say. Yes, it could go a little bit lower, but I think you're playing with fire to some extent, if hoping that that we return to. I remember doing some no-cost refinancing with a larger loan amount at 3.5. So, we're close. We're close to the record again.
Right. And I'm seeing a lot of buyers out there right now watching for new listings daily. I must have signed up 6 people this week for auto email alerts for new listings. So if you have been thinking about putting your home on the market, it is a great time to do that. Buyers want to take advantage of these low interest rates that increases their buying power,
Right.
which means more money to the sellers. So get off the fence, give us a call, 612-735-0553. 612-735-0553.
And as always, if you need a mortgage checkup or what's my rate, what can you do for me? RealTalkTwinCities.com. Eric, the loan guy. And you mentioned the market. What's going on right now with in the market, Donna?
I'm glad you asked. I want to piggyback off of what Cheryl was just saying. We've seen a change in the inventory. We've seen inventory go down by about 7%. So even though we've had new listings up over 8%, we're still down year over year as far as inventory. So those buyers are out there looking and wanting things, and they're not available.
Right.
We've also seen an increase in the pending sales, up over 14%. So that is, tomorrow's the Super Bowl. We always say the start of the spring market is right after the Super Bowl. So people are thinking of jumping back in the market to sell and also to buy. But we'd like to have a lot more inventory to be able to show those buyers.
Right. Yep. And that brings us to my sell fast, sell high tips. And today we're going to talk about timing the real estate market. So many people think, oh, it's time to put my house on the market late spring or during the summer, and that isn't always the case. The real estate market in Minnesota is pretty cyclical, and it's greatly impacted by weather, vacations like school, holidays, seasonal, of course, the Super Bowl.
Yep.
For some reason, sellers just think nothing happens until February, but we're seeing with the increase in pending sales that that isn't true.
Right.
Other things that are impacting our market on a regular basis are expanding families, relocation, college kids needing housing, marriage, death, retirement. And so we're going to talk about the average market times that are best to sell a house, but not every market has the same cycle. If you have a property that might be near parks or trails, you're going to get the most exposure when the weather warms up and people are out and they're starting to walk around the neighborhoods. And lakeshore properties are really hard to sell before ice out. And they usually are going to show the best in June and July.
Right.
By the end of August, the lakes are kind of looking green and mucky, and buyers aren't that excited about buying lakeshore properties. So you don't want to miss that market. You need to be gearing up if you have either of those types of properties. Condos on the Skyway or with heated parking sell the best when it's still cold outside, because people
Right.
are really fed up with winter.
Right.
And they're thinking about getting to work and they want to be closer and they're planning to simplify their life. And the savvy buyers know the best time to shop is the year-end clearance sales. Right, Donna?
Exactly.
Okay, so we know the best month to buy is December. December has the lowest number of sales, and prices are also at their lowest in December. New listings are at their lowest in December too, so that could cause a lack of inventory. So it still could be a good time to put your home on the market if you've got a unique property and you don't have any competition. November and January are tied for the second best months to get the best price if you're a buyer. So you don't want to miss those opportunities. There's still some great deals out there, but prices are going to be rising. Once we get into February through May, it's a steady incline in listings and sales. The greatest number of buyers are purchasing in May. So April, June, and July are still pretty busy. This is a time also when inventory is up, and this is a very frustrating time for buyers because we get into that multiple offer season.
Yes.
I remember last year going into a new listing for a showing. It wasn't even an open house, and there were 9 other agents and buyers in the house. And you're there thinking, you know, we're never going to get this. You know, you have to pay way more than full price to pull that kind of a deal together. So the highest prices are going to be in June and July. Those are closings in June and July, and those high prices are coming from the April and May buyers. So if you decide to put your home on the market in July, you've already missed the market for the high prices. So it's really important that you start planning now. Give us a call. We can get together. We can talk about what you need to do with your home to get you the highest price possible, help you determine the best time to put it on the market so that you can get the highest price.
And sell fast.
And sell fast. That's the goal.
So after you find a house that you like, then you should get pre-approved, right?
Wrong.
No,
Huh?
it
Wrong.
doesn't work that way.
Is that a myth? Is that a myth, or what's the reality here? We're gonna find out. Myth versus reality. The myth, of course, as I just mentioned, is that you can get approved after you find a place. Nobody wants a loan. Everybody wants a house. And we find a house, and we've got good credit, you know, and I know we can do it.
It shouldn't be a
and
problem.
It shouldn't be a problem. That's the myth. The reality is you should, to increase your, lower your stress level for one thing, and increase your chances of getting the house that you want, you should be pre-approved prior.
Right.
Yeah,
Because-
and I'm just going to add to that, if you are a buyer and you're thinking that you want to purchase a house and you are not approved yet with Eric the Loan Guy or somebody else, you are not getting in my car, okay?
Yeah.
I am not going to, you know, waste my time and your time going out, looking at properties, you're all excited about the property, you're ready to buy, and then we find out you don't qualify. Or there might be some little credit glitch that Eric can give you
Right.
advice on.
Right, and you know, and you may well qualify, and you know, some of you listening know that you would. Oh, I can get a loan. That's right, and that's good. But what you also need to know is, you know, how much is the payment? how much is the down payment, you know, so that you can walk, you know, you might, well, what's the highest you want to offer? It's gonna, knowing where you're at will influence how high you might go on a property, so it can really help you sharpen your ability to make the right offer price. And so even if you know you're qualified, so there's the folks that, well, you know, I had a couple of student loan lates, I'm not sure, you know, those folks, yes, you're guaranteed to get a loan, here's what it looks like. Or the
Right.
people that know, and then here's exactly what we're gonna do. We don't need seller paid closing costs, we can make a strong, Eric can give us a lender credit at a, quarter higher rate. So you're all set. And not to mention, Cheryl sends me an MLS link at, 9:30 at night and says, I need an approval, then you're done, and I can log in and send it out within 5 minutes, and you're good to go.
Right.
Rather than a late night phone call and, talking about income and.
Yeah, and nobody
So-
wants to do that. And these are all.
Send me your pay stubs.
These are all important items when it comes to negotiating the purchase agreement.
Right.
So I need to know from Eric, the loan guy, are we asking for the seller paid closing costs? Are we trying to get the mortgage insurance premium paid up front? Are we going conventional or FHA?
Right.
So,
Do we need a rehab loan, that kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah, whatever it is, that's right. So, myth is that you can wait on your pre-approval. Reality is you absolutely shouldn't if you want to improve your chances of getting the house that you want, because you'll be ready, right?
Good advice.
All right, we're gonna come back, talking with Elise of Azure Wealth Management about creating your legacy, doing some rent versus own. Is a condo a good investment? What do you think?
We'll find out.
Depends.
We'll find out when we come back. On AM 1280 The Patriot, I'm Eric with Bell Mortgage, along with Cheryl, Coldwell Banker Burnet, and Donna Quanrud. We'll be right back. Thank you.